All right, guys, this is Coach Adrian, and this is another Brute Shoot. Today we're talking about program hoppers. Some of you might want to call them program whores. I prefer like program floozies, something maybe it sounds just a little nicer. The point and some things that I want to address in regards to these kind of athletes or these type of people is that if you really have the desire to develop in the sport of CrossFit, if you really have the desire to accomplish some things in regards to competition, or maybe you're just really interested in trying to see what the best version of yourself truly looks like physically in this sport, which, you know, all high levels of competition aside, like maybe it's a local competitive athlete that just wants to be better or more well-rounded. Being a program hopper is essentially you being your worst enemy. I say that because there are many things that you have to consider in order to be great. First of all, your training intensity and focus have to be at the utmost high every time that you enter the gym. 2, you have to be training and focusing specifically on what you need as an athlete. 3, recovery is everything, right? With all those things considered, if you are the type of athlete, and I'm sure that many of you have friends, this could be you out there, that it could be just a group of people at your gym that you see doing this. None of those 3 are considered when you're combining multiple facets of different programs together because it's something that you looked or thought would look fun, right? Should there be fun in your programming? Absolutely. But should it be something that you do every day where you come in, you open your phone, and you browse a certain Instagram page, and then you browse another website that you go to, and then you look up something that was addressed on the Brute Strength page, and you're like, oh, that looked like a great challenge or something hard to do. Let's do that too. So we'll do a little this, a little that, and then a little bit of that. Where's the planning there? Where is the program template, right? Like there's no brain other than your own, and you're just simply grabbing these different aspects of a training regime that is a small piece of a broad picture that was meant to develop an athlete in a certain way. And you're essentially ruining that stimulus. Now, are you getting some good workouts in? Yeah, you're getting some good workouts in. But what are you really doing? You're working out. Versus what do you really need to be doing is training, right? Working out versus training is a complete different approach. I'll be honest, for myself, working out for me might look like the first month after a competition or the competitive season is over. I'm just working out. And what that looks like is me coming into the gym, doing the workout of the day that's up on my class whiteboard, having some fun with friends, doing more yoga, not a lot of cerebral thinking into the order of things that I do in the gym. It's just stuff that makes me feel good and that I have a great time and enjoy doing, right? Maybe I'm doing more hiking, maybe I'm doing more running, those kind of things. Training then takes into the rest of the 11 months of my year as it's dialed into a particular focus, usually trying to get me on the up ramp or peaked at a regional level. Right? So not necessarily at the Open, not necessarily at the CrossFit Games, because I specifically am not an athlete good enough to just peak at the CrossFit Games and hope that I can bypass regionals on my way. So if I were just taking pieces and bits and pieces of programming, I wouldn't be able to do that with myself. I'd have no idea of when I would be able to meet that particular peak. At Brute, we test athletes, right? So we get a baseline of what they need specifically. And then we literally put them in a program where they're focused on their weakness. Right? If you're a program hopper and you're just doing what you see and doing what you think looks fun, there's no way that you're actually dialing in what you need most as an athlete. If you want to see the most significant improvement for yourself on a year-to-year basis, if you struggled in the Open, you need to do some limiter testing. You need to do some baseline testing of a series of things. It should probably encompass many more than probably 10 tests or so to get a real good idea of where your limiters are. And you need to focus on those things for months, on a daily basis. And it looks different from a day-to-day basis, right? You shouldn't be doing the same movement every day that you walk into the gym, but you should put a point of emphasis on it for a series of months that sees a drastic change in that movement, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see a drastic change in your performance. Program hopping does not allow you to do this, right? I know that it might be the fun thing to do. I might not know that it's like, hey, are you doing this X workout today? And a lot of people could be like, yeah, I'm doing this X workout today. Well, you and all those people are gonna probably be the same athlete in 2 months that you are today. And if that's okay with you, keep doing what you're doing. But if it's not okay with you, make a change, make a decision on what kind of program you want to follow. Whatever one you want to follow, I support that because I want you to feel invested in it as an athlete and I want you to trust it as an athlete. And also, clearly fun is a big deal. But what you have to do is buy into it and follow it for 3 months straight, right? Not a month, because you might be catching them on a deload month or a reload period or something where their focus is not going to give you a great taste of the stimulus that they have in the big picture, but literally for a full cycle, for a quarter of a year, right? So 3 to 4 months, follow their programming. Do some testing, do some retesting. Are you getting better? If you are, I'd stay married to that program because it's clearly getting you where you want to be. If you're not, then that's where you need to see about making some changes. And before you do that, ask around. Ask some questions, send some emails, make some phone calls. But if you're going to make an investment in a program, you need to be certain that it's something that you trust and that you're truly going to believe in. So all you program hoppers out there, I know it's the fun thing to do. I know it's you walk in the gym and you just kind of, it's a crapshoot of what you're going to do each day. You never really know. But don't forget, as an athlete, you need to be training. And right now, you're just working out.